What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sweet Talks. I'm Tess, your host. Today, I have Trinity with me. She has over 12 million followers on TikTok, and she just started her music career. I cannot wait to get to know her more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get going. Hi, Trinity.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I am so excited to do this with you today.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Okay, so you love strawberry cake.
Yes.
And when you told me that, I was like, I have the best frickin' idea. We're gonna make a trifle. Trinitys Trifle. Coin it. So, we have our strawberry cake here, cut into little cubes. We have fresh made whipped cream, fresh strawberries, and we have your favorite white icing.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna let you take it away. I want you to put it together however you want, and you can tell me what to do. I'm your sous chef here, so.
Okay. I'm like nervous. I haven't had strawberry cake since my grandma passed. Like, she was like the one who always made this. So like, I'm just like super excited.
This is bringing you back.
Yeah, it really is.
Was it like a birthday celebration cake that you did for?
Like always my birthday. Like, she knew it was like my favorite. Because growing up, like, I didn't really eat cake. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't like donuts or like cookies or anything like other kids liked.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like, I just liked strawberry cake, and she would always make it for me because she knew I hated, like, my mom would always make me try to eat.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Like, as a kid, not liking sugar. What was your go-to?
I liked more, like, savory things. I mean, like, even now, like, I do not, like, it's rare that, like, you'll see me eat, like, a donut or, like, anything like that.
You're not, oh my god, I'm a dessert person.
I've never been, like, one of my biggest pet peeves is, like, a hot donut. It's so disgusting to me. Like, something about hot sugar, just, like, I just can't. Like, I've tried it. I almost threw up. I hated it. Like, as a kid, even now, I've always, like, completely hated, like, super, super sweet stuff. But, like, I guess because it's, like, strawberry, I guess, like, it's, like, a little more
There's
fruity.
Some fruit, yeah. Some health and wellness.
Yeah.
So is your go-to, like, chips? Like a bag of chips?
Yeah, I'll do that. If I want, like, something sugary, I'll eat, like, a lollipop or like something like super sour. Like, you know the juicy drop pop things? Like, you take the lollipop and you put the sour stuff on it. Yeah. I love those. Like, I'll eat a bunch of those. But like, I have never liked like just like chocolate cake, vanilla cake, donuts. Like, it's rare that I'll have one.
I feel like that would solve a lot of my problems if I didn't like sugar or sweets. Like, I wouldn't have the issues I have.
A lot of people were like, you're like so lucky you don't like it, because I can just imagine it takes like a lot of weight off. But I'm like, yeah, it's not purposeful. Like, if I did like it, trust me, I'd be eating it as much as everyone else.
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
So I thought I would put it in a piping bag to make it a little easier for you, so you can pipe it however you want on there. You can zigzag, you can make a hole. Nice.
I'm just like, don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, that's actually so good. I love it. Little dollops.
I'm trying.
The whole thing about this is like teaching everyone that you can just like have fun in the kitchen, and like bakes don't need to be perfect. Yeah. So like in the baking world, you just see perfect cakes, perfect desserts, pastries, etc. But truly, all of my shit doesn't turn out. And so like, I'm just trying to be like, hey, this is fun. We all can do it. Like, you don't have to be a pastry chef to bake. And so I think when you said, I don't know what I'm doing, it's like, no, I think this is good.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to like make it like nicely layered.
I mean, this is honestly more meticulous than what I would do, and I'm very impressed.
I'm like, try.
No, it looks great. You're doing amazing.
Okay, and then I'll just go back. I'm just gonna
do more layers, whatever you want.
Okay.
Do you have siblings? Did they also like this?
Yeah. So I have a bunch of siblings. I have 2 on my mom's side and 2 on my dad's. I grew up like with my mom, so like I was around my other siblings the most, like on my mom's side. And they like, my little brother is like sweets fanatic. Like, it didn't matter if it was this or a donut or whatever.
Yeah, a warm donut, sugar.
Yeah, he would eat it. My little sister she's kind of the same way. Actually, my little sister like is really into baking. So like, she makes like homemade apple pies from scratch, like all this like super crazy stuff, and like it turns out like really good. And like, it's just like, she has the baking talent, I don't. So we get to, like, eat, like, her treats, and, like, I'll eat them and try them even though she knows I don't like sweets.
You're like, I do it because I love you.
Yeah, she'll try to make, like, me, I think she made these cupcakes that were, like, cranberry, but they had, like, icing on them, so she kind of put something that was a little more tart for me, because she was like, you know, I know you don't like. But she's only 16, so, yeah, she's doing it.
That's cool.
Food's pretty good, so. Yeah.
Obviously doing well.
Yeah.
You like it and you don't like sweets.
Yeah.
So.
I always give it a try for her.
Oh, that's so nice. Do they come visit you frequently?
So I just moved here in January, so.
Oh, it's been pretty recent.
Yeah, so they haven't had a chance to, but I've been back home since then to, like, visit. Mm-hmm. I went around my birthday. Which was in May. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I had to think about that.
You were like, when did
when was my birthday?
When did I celebrate that day?
Yeah, I just turned 22, and, like, it took me, like, forever to, like, say my age.
Yeah.
Like, people would ask me, I'm like, oh, 21. I'm like, no, wait. I'm sorry, I'm 22. Like, it was just, like, 21 flew by, like, so fast. Like, I did not, like, I turned 22, and I was like, how did we get here?
I feel like I am still 16 years old, and I'm like, definitely not 16 anymore. And
yeah.
I'm like, when did this happen?
I know. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm, like, an adult, like, paying bills and, like, all this stuff. I'm like, how did I get to this point?
I was just telling my dad, I was like, I think I'm 12 still. And he's like, I don't think you should be saying that. Like, you don't live here anymore. You have bills.
Literally. Like, I feel like you don't really, like, you become an adult, but, like, you don't really, like, grow up.
I feel like I think adulthood is just a sham altogether.
Yeah.
I think that 100% the entire time until you probably die, you're like, I'm not ready for this, and I'm, like, too young for this.
Right. It doesn't feel like you should be adulting at the age that you're adulting yet.
I think your sister's going to be really proud of you.
She'll probably have some critiques, but it's fine.
I love it. Are we feeling like this is the finished product?
Yeah. I'm thinking this is, like...
I'm thinking this is good. Look at those layers.
It's pretty good.
Look at these layers, guys. All right. Are you ready to eat it?
I am ready to eat it.
Let's go. Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're trying this. We have to. All right.
I'm excited.
Trinitys Trifle.
I'm going to get the whole cake strawberry icing. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Pretty refreshing.
Yeah, I love the fresh strawberries. It's really good. Mm.
Does this remind you of your grandma's? Like
a
mushy version?
It's got a little twist on it, but like, I don't know. I haven't had it in so long.
Yeah.
So it just like, this is really bringing me back. She used to make this like, sometimes she would do it like on special occasions if I was sad, but like most of my birthday. Yeah, she passed away last year in August. Oh, okay. So... passed away from cancer, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it runs at my family a little bit, but she was strong until the end. Like, she was super, like, still taking shots of vodka.
You're like, yes, Grandma.
I'm like, okay, Grandma. But yeah, this is like, just reminds me so much of her. So like,
oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Were you close? Well,
yes.
You were young.
I was super close to my grandma, like my whole like life. So I used to like go over her house a lot. We used to get babysat by her. And then when I turned 16, I got a car. I would go see her like every day after school and like just watch. So like nice. She used to love Ellen, so we just watch Ellen and like eat food and stuff like that.
Oh, so, my God.
Yeah, I was super close to my grandma, so this is nice.
I love that. Oh my God, I love when people are close with their families, like from childhood on. You know, because like we hear a lot about just like turmoil and trauma as children, so to know that you had like a really good relationship at a young age is good. Yeah.
My family's like super, like I have a super close family. That's why it was hard to move to LA because like all of my family's in Virginia, and like we're all like very close. So like, you know, we just it was hard, but we actually road tripped out here. Okay. In an RV, so it was like a 3-day trip.
Yeah, that's a long
we had all of my animals in there in the RV with me, my grandpa, my uncle, and my mom. Oh my gosh. So it was like a full RV, but it was like super fun. Like we had a great time. So
tell me the journey of like why did you move to LA? How did you move? How did you decide to do that? Like what was that moment where you were like, okay, I'm moving to LA?
I had been spending a lot of money on plane tickets, coming here like literally every other month, because like all my friends are here. A lot of like my business is here. When it comes to like music and like, you know, just everything, social media is here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things I had to be in LA for. And for about a year, I was like not having it. Like I was completely fine paying $1,500 for my apartment in Virginia.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to move out here. It just got to the point where it was just like, you're gonna
have to
yeah, I'm gonna have to move. So I finally decided to, and I would definitely say like it's definitely made a difference in like my social life, career, music, everything. So like it was definitely a good choice, but it was like a hard one.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And does your family come and visit you frequently?
They haven't been able to yet, but they want to. Like my little sister, she turns 17 next month, so she's like super like, I want to go.
Yeah, she's like, I'm coming to LA. We're going to have the LA experience.
I'm like, maybe when you're 18.
Yeah.
Maybe 18, maybe we'll have like a little more like adult experience. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, I definitely want them to visit. They talk about it all the time, but like I'm more likely to go see them than they are here.
Fair.
Yeah, it'll be a full house if they all come.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
So you moved because social media was picking up, your music career was picking up. How did you get into social media? What has that journey been like?
So almost 3 years ago now, I would say, is when I started TikTok.
Okay.
When I started, it was just coming up. Like, it wasn't really...
It was like, before the pandemic?
Yeah, okay. It was, like, right before the pandemic. Right before it.
Yeah.
So I kind of hit it at the sweet spot. Like, everyone's trapped in their house and, like, just, like, what's this?
Yeah.
Like, you know? And so that's when I started. And a couple of videos had gone viral. Like, it was, like, maybe, like, my 5th or 6th video. And I was like, whoa. Like,
hey.
Like, wait a minute. So I just, like, kind of, like, took that and I was like, you know, like, I could try to, like, you know, because I've always wanted to, like, be a content creator. Like, when Vine was out, like, I was, like, obsessed with Vine. I was obsessed with, like, YouTube and, like, all, like, the OG people. Like, I was just, like, obsessed and, like, I just always wanted to do something like that. So when I got the opportunity, I just kind of, like, you know, like, I just would post, like, every day. Like, sometimes 3 times a day. Like, I was just on the grind, like, trying to, like, and, like, it just, like, picked up. And then after I hit like 1 million, it just like grew so fast. Like I hit like 5 million in like 3 weeks. Like whoa. I was like gaining like millions of followers like super fast.
That's wild.
Yeah, and so it was absolutely crazy and like completely changed my life. I then got into YouTube a little bit too. And I have like I think like 600K on there, but like I'm not as frequent as I am, but I just enjoy content creating, and so I would say, like, I just started right at that sweet spot, like, right before the pandemic, and, like, it just, like, worked.
And, like, holy shit, look at you now.
Yeah.
Wild.
A lot of followers. I did not expect it. Like, it was definitely crazy. Like, I remember hitting 10 million and being like, what? Like, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, and it's just, like, it's turned, like, it just made me like a 180. And it's also how I got into music. My dad does radio. Okay. And he kind of just asked me, like, you know, like, you have a lot of followers. Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do? Sure. You know, like, you can't just, like, you gotta market yourself a little bit and kind of, like, see what kind of other avenues you can get into. Yeah. And he was like, can't you sing?
Like, do I remember my daughter singing?
I've always been so shy about it. And I was, like, so nervous, but I was like, yeah. And so he just had me send him a video of me singing, and then he just showed someone, and then they showed someone, and then they showed someone, and then, like, next thing I knew, like, I was signed under, like, a production label and management and, like, just craziness.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm signed to Sal & Co. They're, like, best management ever. They work with, like, Doja Cat, Bryson Tiller, BB Rexa, like, very, like, big high. Names. Yeah, so it's like, why do you... like, I'm so new to the scene, but, like, they're, like, super, like, supportive and, like, very, like, you know, like, we can see you, like, doing good. And so it's like, I would have never, like, even had my foot in that door if, like, I didn't have, like, the attention from TikTok.
Yeah.
So, like, it changed everything for me.
You have to feel validated by that, by the fact that, like, this really amazing label with all these amazing people are like, we see potential in
you. Yeah. It's definitely, like, unbelievable because I'm like, what, like, being in the room with those kind of people is just, like... It's,
chills.
Yeah, it's super intimidating because, like, I'm, like, so new to it, but it's been about a year and a half now since I've been doing it. So I've definitely just, like, progressed over time, and, like, everyone's always like, where's your music? But I'm like really trying to, like, I don't want to just be seen as, like, you know, like a TikToker who, like, makes music. Like, I want to be seen as, like, an artist because, like, music is another one of, like, my passions. So, like, you know, I want to, like, curate it and make sure that, like, you know, like, when it comes out, like, it's something I'm, like, proud of.
Yeah. So. Do you know when a song is being released?
So, supposed to be either next month in August or September. I just actually did, like, a photo shoot for some, like, album covers and stuff like that.
So cool.
Yeah. So, like, I'm super excited. It was, like, crazy experience, like, just, like, people, like, doing your makeup and all that. Like, it's just, like, the stuff you see on the movies, like, you know. So, like, it was
rockstar lifestyle.
Yeah. Super cool experience. So it's supposed to be coming out soon. It's been a wait, but, like, I'm happy with it, and I'm proud to, like, show it now. So, like, you know, it was worth waiting.
I feel like everyone who follows you is, like, they're very invested and they care. Like, they're just gonna support you and be so stoked that this is happening for you. Yeah. Like, I think that support is awesome. So on top of the support and, like, the outpour of love that you have on social media for your music, for everything you're doing with your life, we've obviously talked about that there's things that are negative about social media. Yeah. What's it like having 12 million eyes on you all the time?
Now it's, like, a little more, like, I've had it for a couple years now, so, like, you get used to it. But I would say, like at first for me, like, it really did, like, kind of get to me, and I was just like, oh my god, like, this is a lot. And then, like, even if, like, simple things as, like, you know, this video didn't get as many views as the other one did, like, you start to kind of feel like you're not doing good. You just, like, it really can, like, get strenuous on, like, your mental health. I struggle with, like, bipolar disorder, and I didn't get diagnosed until I was 19. I'm 22 now, so it's pretty recent. Right. And 19 is, like, a super, like, late age to get diagnosed, something like that. But, like, I know, like, mental health in women is a little harder to diagnose. Like, after, like, my mom found out and everything, she told me, like, she actually took me to the doctor when I was, like, a toddler, probably, like, 5 or 6, and they were like, she's just throwing tantrums. Really? And she was telling them, like, this is not normal.
I think there's something else.
Yeah, and they were like, no, she's fine. Yeah, like, over the years, like, there's been, like, times where I was just, like, there were things that were just, like, this is not right. Yeah. Like, but I just didn't know. When I turned 19, I went to college, you know, I just went through, like, a lot of, like, just hell. And I just started to, like, notice things, like, in my behavior that were not normal. My mom noticed it. Went to therapy, went to a psychiatrist, and they were like, ma'am,
we have something to tell you.
And I was like, oh no. But over the years, like, I've definitely, like, found ways to, like, cope with it and, like, manage it. But I will say, like, having, like, eyes on you, like, consistently watching everything you do, every mistake, everything, it does make it, like, harder. I can't make, like, a normal mistake without, like, judgment. Because, like, you know, it's there for people to judge. Yeah. I try my best to advocate for, like, mental health awareness, and, like, I'm really transparent about, like, it happens, it's normal, like, people go through it, like, so many people go through mental health issues. So it's like, I try to just, like, make myself as relatable and, like, as open as possible, and, like, thousands of people, like, tell me, like, you have no clue, like, what you did for my life, because, like, that's so nice. Like, they're just like, I have bipolar, or I have borderline personality, or some, like, just whatever, and they're like, I felt so unnormal. Yes. And I'm like, I felt that way too for a long time, but then, like, it's kind of like a mutual thing, like, just seeing all those messages is like, oh, I'm not by myself. Yeah. And then, like, they see me and they're like, oh, I'm not by myself. So it's like, it's just, I just try to create, like a community of just, like, you know, like, open conversation about those things, because, like, people don't, like, you know, like, I've met so many people, like, I tell them they're bipolar and they're like, what's, like, what does it mean? 100%. Yeah. And it's like kind of, like, shocks me that, like, I mean, even I didn't know before I had it. Like, it shocks me, like, people actually don't know, like, a lot about bipolar, like, borderline personality. They have no idea.
And I feel like that must feel really great to have people be like, I feel that way too. Like, oh my God, before you said something, I thought I was alone. And that's just like the best feeling ever, to know that you're making a very positive difference on people's lives.
Yeah. It's definitely like rewarding to like see so many people just kind of like, thank you for this. And like, I've even had some people tell me like, your videos like saved my life. And I'm just like, chills. That is like a weight, like, oh God, like, you know, but like it definitely keeps me going, and it keeps me like making videos and you know, being open, being funny, being just doing, because like I know that like so many people are like, you know, gaining so much like positivity from it, and that's like what I'm hoping for at the end of the day.
Right. Where do you find your inspiration for all of your videos? Because they're really funny. I mean, you have a wide range of things. Like, you do talk about mental health, and then obviously your videos are hysterical. Like, I found you for your humor and like resonated with it. But where do you find the inspiration, and do you ever feel like you falter with creativity?
I don't know. Like, a lot of it truly is just like my crazy mind is just like, I'm just like on my couch like, this is like just thinking of something, or I'll see something on TV and I'll be like, you know, that would be a funny bit. Like, I just like, it just comes off my head, and I'm just like, it would sound so crazy if I just said it out loud, but like, if I set my phone up and make a video, like, it just works. Like, I started off on TikTok making like hair videos, but I had like, my hair was short like this a couple years ago, and I would like make buns in my hair. Like little buns. And like, but I would make the video funny, and that's what like gained traction. And then like, I make videos with my animals all the time. Like, it's just always like something that I pull from, like, or even conversations that I've had with people. Like, I'm like, that would be a funny video, like, because this like is relatable as well. Like, I can make it into something. And so like, honestly, like, I just have like, I have always loved like creative outlets. I have such like creative mind. Like, I do everything, like paint, draw, music, like like I just love like creating. So I think like it just comes from my brain. And I would say like there have been times, especially recently, like where I've like hit like just like complete creative blocks, and I'm just like, my brain is so like, I don't know, like I'll be like unmotivated, or like whatever's going on in my personal life, it like really blocks off the creativity. I feel like because a lot of my videos are like comedy and like funny, like you kind of have to be in like a happier headspace to kind of come up with those like things. And like, so like when stuff is going on in my life and like just like craziness, like it's hard to like find that like, you know, I don't feel like being funny at that time, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's super like those type of things like really do like create like a roadblock. And I would say like just the simple daily stresses of life, like, you know, like you kind of just find yourself being like,
well, what do I do now?
I just kind of want to sit on my couch and watch Netflix. Like, I don't do anything. So
I feel like also this role as a content creator and a self-made, you know, entrepreneur, you're working 24/7. So to have those days where you're like, I would like to sit on the couch and just watch Netflix is like so normal. But then I feel like your brain, and I feel similarly, I'm like, I can't just sit down because there are 9 million other things I could be doing. And then that it's like almost just a negative feedback loop, because then you're like, okay, but I'm tired and I don't know what to do, and then it's going to be bad content and I just need a break. And then it's like this.
I've definitely been through that loop like millions of times. Like, you just like, I need a break. But then you're like, oh, I need to make a video. And then you're like, but I have no idea, but I should come up with it. Like, you just kind of are just in that like loop. And I think like, what I've learned recently is like, you just have to just cut your brain off sometimes and just like give yourself like that rest. Because for me, like, if I'm like one of those people, like, if I don't get enough sleep, like, I'm the worst person to be around ever. So like, I just try to make sure like I'm cutting days out for like times to just like, usually Sundays. Yes. I just sit on my couch all day and just chill with my dogs. Eat food and watch TV. Like, you just like need those days, like, where you're just like allowing yourself to be lazy. Like, you know, because I think everyone needs that, like, just I just need to just
100% to just shut down for a second, reset, so you can have like the vigor to do it again the next week.
Definitely.
With the success that you were saying that came so quickly, when was like the mentality shift of, you were clearly being bombarded with love and hate, because that's always there, and it was getting to you, but when were you like, I don't care and I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do?
I kind of just saw that like the positivity kind of outweighed the hate, and you kind of just have to like do it with, like within yourself, just be like, you know, I don't care, like right. You know, like just like, you know, I had to just really like gain that, like I think like before social media, like I've always been like super afraid of like what people thought about me, and like I've always been like a loud, crazy personality, but I never showed that like on social media. I was just like the girl that only posted pictures on Instagram. Okay. I never did anything like that. I was super crazy around my family and my friends, and like, you know, like when I started to show that, like people were like, where is this coming from? Yeah. Like, you know, and I think it just got to the point where I had just kind of like hit a point in my life where I was like, I don't want to be controlled by other people's thoughts and opinions. Like, I just, you know, if I die today, like, and I go to heaven and God's like, so how was your life? And I'm like, I did nothing that I wanted to do because I was scared of what everyone else thought. So I just kind of like, it's like an extreme way to think, but like,
no, but I feel like that's what you need. Like, that extreme thought to be like, I can do this.
Yeah, it was definitely just kind of like, you know, like I don't want to live for like other people's validation. I want to just be okay with like being, and obviously like everyone has their insecurities and their moments where like, you know, but I think like it's just more of like my happiness is priority. So it's like it's just like, you know, like like to all of the people that like, you know, you just kind of just say whatever, and that's just, I just think like my mom's taught me that to be that way too, because like I just grew up so scared of what people thought, and she's like, if you don't tell those people to literally fuck off, like it's just like it's just I don't know, it sounds mean a little bit, but like there's like power in just telling people to just fuck off.
Yeah. Like, so you were telling me previously that you are a competitive person. Have you felt that with social media and your career as well? Like, do you is it like more competition with yourself or is it with others?
I would say I'm competitive 100%, but I would say like in ways, I try to be in ways that are like a healthy way of being competitive, like being competitive with myself, like, okay, I did this last year, like what am I going to do this year to beat that, like, you know, and like I said, like I think everyone has those moments where like this person is like doing way better than me now, but I think like that's normal, and you just kind of have to like revert that thought with like, you know what, it's cool, like I beat my progress, my own progress, and like that's the person that I should be competing with myself.
Right. So I'm sure that a lot of your followers are younger, and I think a lot of people nowadays like the idea of becoming a content creator and being their own boss. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. What advice would you give a young person who is interested in going into social media, content creation, with your own journey that you've experienced?
You just have to like love doing it and stay consistent with it, and like you'll. I don't see why, like, you know, you might have like a smaller following, but it's like there's nothing wrong with that, like, because you never know what 2 years down the road looks like for you.
Yeah, that's very true.
I would say like, because 2 years down the road for me was at 12 million. I never saw that coming.
Wild.
I never saw that coming. And I started actually as a like I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I started on YouTube. I was posting videos. I had like 1,000 subscribers, 100 views like on every video. And then, like, slowly but surely, like, it just went up. Yeah. And, like, you could never told me, like, 2 years down the road I would have that many followers. Yeah. Subscribers. People, like, and those people that followed me from when I had 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they, like, always comment, like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, my God, they're still there.
Yeah, they're like, I can't believe, like, I followed you when you literally had 1,000. Yeah. That's, like, so rewarding. So it's, like, you know, you build that strong fan base, too. Like, when you have, like, such a little small, like, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. And I would say just, like, just stay consistent. Yeah. Really. That's the main thing.
I think, like, from a third party, just, like, because I don't have a large following, and I see, you know, TikTok is really big. There's huge creators, and then it's hard to remember that, like, you matter just as much. And I think there's a lot of younger people, and, like, that's something that I obviously, like, it kind of was, like, a fleeting thought. But, like, for young individuals who are, like, I want to be like Trinity, I want to be like Noah Beck, or like, and these are like huge names. It's very daunting, I think, and like having someone like you with your platform saying like, you matter just as much. It's like, it's validating, you know? I think a lot of people feel that way.
I think especially too with TikTok, there's so many creators.
Yes.
And there's so many like different like things. Like I was on like wedding dress TikTok. I don't know how I got there. Like,
I'm not looking for one.
I'm not looking for one, but like I just got on there and then I was looking at black wedding dresses. I'm like, how did this get on my, like, it's so, TikTok is such a huge platform where I feel like you will, there's somebody that's going to be interested in your videos somewhere, like, because like it's such a huge platform with so many different like types of like creators.
Oh my god, like the egg peeling videos.
Yeah, those I've seen those. I've seen the guy who does the balloons. Like,
yes.
I'm like, how am I on this? Like, I don't even know.
Like I never said I wanted to see someone delicately taking off the shell of an egg. Right. Never.
But I watched it though, and then I went to his page and I watched more. Like I've seen so, and then there's so many like smaller like TikTokers who have no idea, like I just like watch their videos because like I'll see it pop up on my For You page and I'm like, oh, this person's really, and I just watch their profile, but it's like you don't know who's watching and who's like, so you know, just post it, watch, like, you know, people it's just a huge platform. I think like if you want to start, like TikTok would be like
the place to do it. Of absolutely
course. Yeah.
Are you into like manifesting in the universe? Do you do things like that? So have you felt, because this is interesting, I've talked to a lot of people about mentality and like, you know, with a lot of people with social media where they get discouraged, right? And they aren't growing, they are losing, they're being consistent, but they're not necessarily like on an upward trend, and they like just want to give up. Have you felt that you have to have a positive attitude to grow?
I'm definitely like extremely into like manifesting and like spirituality and things like that. A lot of the stuff that I have right now, like I credit to manifesting because I just wanted it so bad and I envisioned it. I wrote it down. I just did all the things that like I made sure that like my mindset was towards that. And I would say like I've gotten discouraged like multiple times. Like there's been so many moments where I'm just like
done.
I am so done right now. But I would say 100% like trying your best to like not avoid those thoughts, but almost like cover them with, but I can do this. Like, you know, like I feel like shit right now because my views are sucking, but if I stay consistent or if I just keep at it, like it's gonna come back. Sometimes like, you know, rejection is what you needed at that time because like there was something else, like, you know.
It's always like hindsight's 20/20. So like in the moment you're like, what the fuck? And then like, you know, 3 months later you like remember that singular moment and you're like, this is why
it happened. And I've had so many moments like that, especially on the journey of like being a creator and like trying to, you know, get into other avenues of like creating. Sometimes I write things down, but a lot of the times I just kind of like affirm things like I already have them. So like I just like recite like it's like whatever it is, like if I just wanted this, like, okay, I'm like the cake is already mine, like it's coming my way, like, you know.
I have a strawberry cake in front of me right now.
And I just like envision it, like that's one of my like favorite ways of manifesting. It's just like envisioning myself like doing whatever it is I want to do, and then like it happens however long later. Like I remember, it's gonna sound so stupid, but I've been obsessed with Drake for years. And I would just literally like manifest like Drake is gonna know who I am. And this is 2 years ago before TikTok. I'm like, somehow, some way he's gonna know. Like he's gonna know. And I would just like imagine it, envision it. And then like about like 6 months into me starting TikTok, he followed me on Instagram.
Shut your mouth.
And he still does.
Did you ever talk to him? Were you ever like, yo, I manifested this?
I know. I just kind of like, I remember I hit him up, like he had a concert. I've never been to a concert before this. I wanted to go to his concert really bad, and I was like, please give me tickets. And he gave me and my friends tickets.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, he had us meet his tour manager, gave us tickets, and we went to his show. And he saw us in the crowd, and he was like, what? I see you, man. That was the craziest moment of my life. But I just know he follows me on Instagram. He knows who I am. Like, it's just crazy. And it's like, I always think back to that moment, like, in my car where I was like, Drake's gonna know who I am. Like,
holy cow.
Crazy. Yeah. So it's like, I truthfully believe in manifesting 100%. And I'm like, it works. Like,
are you now manifesting to be on a song with him?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
I have been manifesting that. Like, I obviously gonna work toward it, like, work hard for it. But, like, that's another thing with manifesting, too. Like, like, you gotta put in that work. Like,
right.
You can't just, like, let the universe do it for you. Like,
yeah.
The universe is like, here it is.
Yeah.
Like, come get it. Like,
right. Like, here is how you get there. Yeah. Not just, like, I'm gonna drop $1 million on this table for you. Yeah.
That would be great, but no.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm definitely a huge manifestor, very spiritual.
Yeah.
Meditate, all of it.
Yeah.
And that really helps too with like bipolar, like meditating just keeps me like centered and calm, because I think like it can be very easy to kind of like have those moments where I'm just like, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah. So I have trouble quieting my mind. Mm-hmm. Like when you're meditating, when it's like silent or even if it's guided meditation, I think about like, did I leave the oven on? Like, oh, is this still plugged in? Like, it just goes. How do you clear your mind? Was it a process?
I think it takes like a hard, because I can be the same way. I'm just like, I would open my eyes so bad right now. Like,
you're like, is there anyone looking at me?
Yeah, like I just literally like it takes like a lot of discipline, I think, and like a lot of work. But I think like what helps me is guided meditation. Like I love the ones where like they have you like envision like an open field and like what do you see, and like I love those ones because like it kind of makes your mind kind of just stay on that. And then sometimes I do just keep my eyes open. Yeah, like I just sit there and just like looking at the sky, like, and I just like lay outside, just look at the sky and like just listen that way, because I think for some people it's just hard to like eyes closed, silent room.
Sure.
Like I've never been that type of meditator. I literally listen to guided meditations. Sometimes I'll close my eyes. Sometimes I'll just go outside and have my eyes open. Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
Okay. I would say what I want is like I want to be successful in music career, and I really want to get into acting. Like I am like,
I could see it.
Yeah, I'm super into it. Like as far like I love like doing skits and stuff like that, and like I like how my skits turn out.
Yeah,
like, I think I could do it. Like like I'm a pretty good fake crier. Like,
oh, I love that you can make yourself cry.
Yeah, I can like fake cry a little bit there. Like I like I can be a little dramatic, but like I would say I want to act like I want to kind of be like a Kevin Hart, like like very much like he's still himself on screen.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Like I think I could do that with some little bit of acting classes here, get myself kind of. But I can see myself doing that. Like that's definitely like a goal of mine, and like I've always been into like script writing and like I told you like anything creative. Like I've always loved it. So before I went to the college that I ended up going to be a vet, I actually applied for like film school, and I got in. Yeah, I got in. Like you had to write a script, write on like a I forget what it's called, like a treatment for like a video, stuff like that, and then you had to make your own like short film.
Oh my god, that's a lot. I didn't know that.
I filmed it completely by myself, edited it, and I was like, okay. Like I thought it was good, but I was like, I don't know if this is good enough to get in, and I got in, and I was like, oh.
So like, what made you go to the vet school?
I think money, one.
Sure.
Definitely. And I didn't want to be in debt as a college student, which I'm not now, thank God, because I went with that school.
Yeah.
But, and also because I was just kind of thinking at the time, like, more of, like, what would sustain me or what I could see more as, like, a permanent thing. And, like, I was like, I can always get into this later. But at the time, I was like, I want, like, a stable job when I get out of that. Yeah, so that's just how my thinking was at the time. But, I've always just loved that kind of stuff. So, like, I really want to get into, like, directing and writing and producing and acting. Like, those are, like, that's the other, like, thing I want to do. Like, I want to do a lot in life. So, that's one of the goals.
You're definitely on that path, though. Like, obviously with music, like, we have some things coming up in a couple months. Like, that's starting. And then you have the platform to, like, get your name out there in acting. And I think the best part is that you can showcase all of your abilities on the platforms you use. Yeah. And so then it's like your own portfolio's right there. And I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trinity, for being on. You are amazing. And I can't wait to see like what happens. Like I just see great things for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. It was so fun. This was delicious.
Yes.
I appreciate it so much. This is super fun. This is like my first like interview like this. So like this is really cool. Yeah, super cool.
Cheers and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye guys.